should be set up. I'll double check on the honey. Some from Scarborough, but it's just a token amount. 100 from Cologne, that's what we're missing. 100 from Lubeck, that's certainly not what we're missing. So I need Cologne to pick up, and Lubeck has too many people. At least we got this happening for us, but... yeah, too many people. Population isn't a problem, it's the lack of workers. Do I have any businesses here? I mean, I have only 100. What I'll probably do is build up some extra honey farms and tell them not to work, and I will hope that that will keep the AI at bay. I can live in hope at least. What is your problem, game? There we go. Alright, so I need to keep Lubeck in check. I'm going to bold it on my list as well, so that I know that they've built a cathedral. Alright, losing my train of thought though, right? People mover goes here. Revel can enjoy a burst of people. More of the Dutch, because they get around. Why is there so much red on Haarlem's mini-map, Jake? On Haarlem's? Gonna double check on that one. I'm gonna buy that cheese and bring it immediately back to Flensburg to deal with the starvation there. Haarlem, there's very little red. Only from the points where I slipped up. Poor Flensburg. I gotta feed these guys. There you go. Also, I can pick up the people that are hanging around. Stop them from actually dying. Could move them, but I could also not move them. Oslo need more people pretty badly. I just don't gain enough. And I can bring these people over from Flensburg, no problem. So I'm just drinking all the people of Flensburg, hoping that the starvation stops eventually. I mean, they got plenty grain, now they have plenty cheese, they have a little bit of meat. But they need more. They need a whole lot more. Haarlem's just got to get that fish flowing. They get smoked houses are working as fast as they can. But as long as I actually have this hemp coming in, the salt I haven't had a problem with in a while. But if that fish just gets moving. So what is the fish? I forget what my fish... there it is right there. The fish Legrand. 3,000 every 7 days. And you're making 650 a day. Aye, aye, aye. Okay, so I need even more people on the fish round. I gotta follow you then. And add a bit more to you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should help out a bit. Feel bad for abducting all these guys, but I mean, what do you produce for me? Pelts? Metal tools? I wonder if the Flensburg metal tool thing is actually working right. It is not. Too many metal goods are being produced. I'll be the judge of that. You can seldom have too many metal goods. Okay, surely that starvation's going to stop soon. For now, you're getting displaced to Oslo. Haarlem Aalborg wood got cancelled. Yeah, because I stopped producing so much wood there. Probably not a good idea since, well, we need that. Shortage of wood is not so fun. There we go. Get that Oslo everything flowing a bit better. Yeah, actually lack of wood is going to hurt if Haarlem doesn't pick up the pace there. So, clay pits are fine, sawmill... Get back to work, Holy Dosh. I could probably well check out quite a lot of the ones that have stopped and tell them to start again. I know you're not flooding with pitch, Ahus, but we need this stuff working. Tess? What is Tess? I think it's Stavanger. Get those pelts flowing, even if they haven't been doing so well. Nimwegen to Hallberg hemp stopping is always bad, so I want that one going again. The salty yeoman from Boston. Boston is doing salt. It should be doing a lot of salt. Oh hell yes. Man, that's a lot of salt. And that's the problem with these guys stopping. I do wish that they wouldn't just stop like that. I would like them to actually consider starting again. Okay, but I got a list of all the ones that have stopped right here. Yeah, it's quite a list. What I can do is just open up all the ones that have jobs here and tell them to get on with it. You're an expeditionary, you don't have a job. Oh, again. Get rid of those jobs that you don't have. I am confused why the Novgorod one stopped, so I need to have a look at Novgorod. So I can't even think why it would. Also, this wagon train counts as a bunch as well. Forget them. The London beer stopping is also very sad. Now the real problem with a lot of these stopping is because I have my ones going around visiting the production cities as well, meaning they pick up. So if they do a pickup right before the other one arrives, then the other one just stops dead, not knowing what to do. Which is a shame. Oh well. At least London hit 10,000 people. Now, I should, with this huge stack of money I have, start thinking about who to kiss up to. There's Pomerania, but it's Mecklenburg who I always want to be dealing with. And he seems pretty happy after plundering Rostock into the dirt. Oh, well, no, he doesn't look that happy anymore, does he? Take my ludicrous amounts of money. Alright, Riga to something stopped. Okay, that's hemp though, and we stopped producing hemp in Riga. Completely. So you've become a Todo. And you've actually got a lot of boats on you as well, so that's nice. Head over to Nevsted. And Riga doesn't do cheese anymore, Riga does salt. So that's a lot of hulks I could do with. You're another Toto. The holy dosh of wood thing from Haarlem. You should work, really. The problem is we just don't have enough wood coming out of there, and that will be fixed in the later. Yeah. Good English, Jake. Alright, Rostock man. Stop being so moody. What, it's going down by 2 per day now. I saw that go down by 2. 71, 69, 68. Give me some jobs to do. Like, this is the problem that you have in this game. You just can't keep these guys satisfied. How are you even meant to? Well, by lowering prosperity, it seems. I'm telling you now that that is not happening. I need to find a way to keep them happy, because that's getting a bit ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, Flensburg continues to starve, despite having cheese and grain. Which is damaging. Especially considering Flensburg is meant to give me all that sweet metal goods. Still, they will fix themselves, I'm sure. Well, I sure hope so. Well, I have a good supply of just about everything. I don't know who Will is, but fire at him. I do not think much of the AI's ability to actually shoot here. That's better. Okay, it's more convoys attacking us, so always a good opportunity to find these pirates and destroy them. How do I get these, how do I get these princes to be happy enough? I wouldn't mind so much if they asked for tribute a lot more often. I mean, I have the goods to give them. Yeesh, that's nasty. But it's actually going down faster than I can raise it up, because it scales with the size of the cities. And since we have all these cities built up, can you imagine if they were 6 times larger than they are? Just how quickly he would be getting super mad. So what can I do? I could mod the game files to duplicate the mission for tribute, probably. What does station troops mean? It's the amount of troops that he'll attack you with in any given city. And again, that scales with the size of the city. Very happy with Rostock being kept at the population that it is. Lübeck needs to go down a touch though. If I just had people mover there to grab you. Instead of hanging out in Oslo. Oh good, Flensburg's starvation stopped. These guys really turn on a dime. Alright, Lubeck. We'll keep you down at a much more manageable 1070. And I'm taking these people elsewhere. Probably Oslo, because we need that meat. What would you think about capping the cities at 8k now? I don't want to redo my calculations. I will find a way by hook or by crook. I mean, I'm not sure how you're meant to be dealing with these lords at this point. One of the annoying things is that this list doesn't update when you check it. So it says that Pomerania Man is satisfied. If I go over there, it was 71, it's now... Okay. Alright, well, I can get you up that bit higher, and then maybe you'll ask me to buy some land. But they only ask you to buy land at above 90 happiness. And his satisfaction is going down. There we go. Yoink. There we go. Pomerania is becoming ours. Of course now it's Stockholm under attack, but still, I'm satisfied with how all this is looking. Huge amounts of salt though, which means it's either not getting out properly. Well, I guess Oslo, we don't have all the people working in the salty places that we need. But whenever I have that issue, I can just hopefully find the pirate, find the guy in the tavern who wants to buy up loads of my stuff. Till then, though, since this is the major hub city, it's gonna get more warehouses. Should be good. So, you're super happy, but I suspect you wait a long time before giving me another buy land offer. And it's not even you I want to be dealing with. I want to get all the land routes, and for that I need to talk to Mr. Rostock. And he's just perpetually mad. Alright, Danzig is getting too big for its boots, courtesy of that cathedral. But as long as I keep production nailed down, things should be okay. Trouble is my enemy has too many tailors, and buying them would cost an arm and a leg. I'm probably just going to keep this down a little bit on the winery and hope that that works. Jake, could you alternatively starve or blockade one region, thus making it easier to placate the ruler of that region, and when you have 100%, restoring the cities and moving on to the next region? You need a certain amount of popularity in a city to be able to interact with the lords. And if you blockade and starve a city, you are not going to be popular there. Also, that's a lot of work to bring something down and back up again. Tribute and Rostock, don't it? Yeah, I saw that. I saw two things here. But he's already really low, so I'd rather he just looted a place to get happy again. But yeah, the next step, since the cities are mostly functioning just fine, is just to get the lands off of the lords. And what a pain in the arse it is. He's Going down, going down. And now he's not interested in giving me land. He's just going to wait out. Jake, your chat is a little low. Oh, really now? Let's have a quick look at that. Not from what I see. Okay, so now he wants something. He wants me to lower the... No. I mean, I'm really glad that my money keeps shooting up and up. But, good lord, just... I wouldn't mind if he just constantly demanded money, but he does not. And there must be something I can do in the game files to help with this, because otherwise I'm just going to be watching this for hours whilst occasionally getting pirated and having to check out my my trade from time to time. I wouldn't mind if you modded the requests about tribute, Jake. It's a money sink either way. You might as well speed it up. Yeah, but I already have modded it to make the money requests more often. I mean, I don't know how much more often is... Okay, well, you know what? Why don't we just save and do it. This is Marvin von Riga 27. Saved. And I'm going to quit the game. And... what now? Okay, hold that thought. I'm going to get up what I can here. Common, Patrician 4. Strange window bug when you try to type in to find a file, and then you type another letter and it just won't go to it. Well, maybe it's not a bug. Who am I to say? INI and missions.ini. Okay, hold that thought. This should be fine. I don't think there's anything compromising on this, so... What do we got? Yeah, that's good. Alright, so this is where the real fun in Patrician 4 is happening. This right here is missions.ini. It's one of the moddable files for Patrician 4. Thankfully the devs actually made moddable files. Don't know how you'd make do otherwise. So I need to find the one where the lords demand things. And those are MCAT sovereigns. Now they have their own logic here. What I do know is that LF09 is the demand for money. So I've already copied that millions of times over, hoping that it's more likely to be picked. Doesn't seem to work out so well all the time, but still. Display and mission duration. Maybe I could bump that up so they actually hang around a bit longer. Like what if the display duration was 100 so that I could always find a way to do it? I wonder if that's worth doing. Also, the lack of sound is making me a bit nervous, so I'm gonna fix that. All right. Or will I? Where can I find what I need? There we go. It's pretty much the nice time frame. Jake, would adjusting max count do anything? Max count. I do not know what that means. I mean, there are some that have max count 20. I'm guessing, okay. 1 per sovereign is what it means. Maybe that's the problem. Ah, I think that means that globally the mission can only happen that many times. So if I go to the desiring money and I say you can have millions of them, then maybe we'll get it more often. So I need to find all the occasions of Mission logic LF09. And just keep finding the next ones of those. And changing the max count 4. I would like to change max count 4 everywhere, but... Well, let's try this then. Okay, so there are some tavern missions which are max count 4. But otherwise the sovereign ones, let's make it like max count 100. Maybe that's the real problem though, it's only been spawning 4 of the money missions, so I wouldn't get them enough. But now we can have tons of them, right? There must be a better way to do this, but my notepad foo is not too hot. Oh, it's good enough to survive, right? Anything that's mission logic LF09 is fine. Alright, so if I save that, maybe we'll be good. No kill like overkill, am I right, Jake? Exactly. You can use Control-Shift-F to use and replay. Okay, well, we'll see if this works. So we're going to kill you. And then bring back Patrician 4. Jake, maybe adjust idle time as well. Do you think a timer... Well, we'll do this one step at a time. If you try changing everything, you can never be quite sure which is the one that works. Okay, thank you very much. CK2 opening theme. Getting us through the modding portion of this. Jake, it's not cheating if there wasn't gameplay there in the first place. We're not cheating. We're making it fun. Let's not get carried away. I'm doing what I can to have something enjoyable here. Just want to buy all the lands. I don't care if it costs me all my money. That's what it's meant to do, but it's just not so fun, the execution of it. Alright, Marvin von Riga, 27. Let's get back to it. He's going to get flooded with money requests. Great. That's what I want. I mean, it's not going to happen immediately. Well, it probably won't happen everywhere immediately. Huh, well, I mean, that's not too shabby. But it was you that I was trying to buy it off of. He says he's happy. Come on, my friend. I'm here to give you loads of money. And you are here to sod right off. Well, he doesn't want to give it to me straight. Okay, there we go. That's fine by me. Now he's happy, now his happiness is going right down. Okay. Once Mecklenburg is done being a complete and utter dick, we'll deal with him too. It goes down so fast. It's just absurd. Come on, sell me land. No. And then there's all these other things going on, but just trying to buy lands here. Meanwhile, I'm getting starved out, probably because I've not been paying attention to the grain production. So I'm more than a little frustrated about this. There's got to be another way. There has got to be another way. You know what, let's just leave this. I'm not going to be saving after this. I'm going to think. Gonna do that thing called thinking and figure out how to deal with lord requests. All I want is to have 100% land everywhere. It should cost lots of money, that's fine. But I just want a way that doesn't involve this. That way I can stop all the lord attacks and actually build an economy. What's the money cap in this game? $2 billion. So I mean, if I go back to other places... Yeah, that doesn't seem to have actually helped too much. I know we saw an immediate effect there, but... I'm not so convinced that we're getting the results we want here. Right, I need to look into this. Just a way to peg them at 90% happiness so that they can just sell me land. Then I can spend the ludicrous amounts of money and then build up the perfect Hansa. Because otherwise, yeah. Royal pains. I mean, did Rostock recently destroy us? These things just drop down so quickly. Yeah, you can't take money from the burghers as often in EU4 as you can in this game. Now Pomerania Man is apparently only happy. Well, satisfied at least. Jake, maybe reduce the idle time now. And they do have their own levels of logic, right? Okay, so we're going to quit the game once more. And save me Notepad++. Let's get some of the better music on, shall we? Minimum rank is what rank you're at to trigger it, so that's fine. Idle time, what could that be? Back up the INI file to be safe. I have this backed up, it's okay. Well, you make a good point nonetheless. Missions INI. Back up. So what if the idle time was only at 1? What else has an idle time? Some of them have no idle time, whatever that means. Some of them have big ones. Huge ones, even. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe there are ones where he... like, that's the one for selling land that has this huge cooldown, perhaps. I'm gonna have a quick bit of Googling there to see if there's any sign of it. And of course everything is in bloody German. Landesfürst. Sure. There must be something about which mission is which. And since translating it is breaking everything, let's just see the original here. Oh right, I can't read German. If you send a link, I can check it for you. Well, I mean, I just... yeah, sure, why not? This one looks like it relates to what it is, because it has missions to the MCAT Sovereign LF13. So, I'm going to entrust good old Google man here. Don't know why it assumes I'm looking for Turkish here. Okay, so LF13 is reduce prosperity. Famine is LF 14. So you can convert the reduced prosperity and the famine ones into money claims. That's kind of nice. And that's probably worth doing, actually. So for that, we're saying that I need LF 13 here, right? So if I replace it with LF 9, hell, if I replace all of that with this. So 13, boom, we'll never have to reduce prosperity. 14, boom, we'll never have to reduce or cause famine, so that's good. But that alone is not enough. And he also suggests putting the idle time really high so they don't ask for it again. So I think putting the idle time to almost nothing will help here. What if I do that for all the other sovereign ones? Because there must be one for selling land. I just don't know which one's which. Alright, so I'm going to have a look again to see which one's which. Which one then is selling land? Although I guess I could do all the sovereign ones. This might help. Calypso. Sure. Q meat spin. Oh, well that's the modding thread in general. And I know that one pretty well. I didn't see any reference to which mission is which there though. It just has the mission stuff. Okay, but if I change all the other sovereign ones to have no idle time, or like 1 day idle time. I'm gonna find all the MCAT sovereign ones. Whoa, no, that's not what I want. How did I even do that? Find our sovereigns. An idle time of 200? What could the sovereign even be asking for here? What if I make all of them super high max count, super non-existent idle time, minimum rank can stay the same? How about that? Because as far as I know, he comes in, what, 4 or 5 flavors? Give me money, give me tribute, fine. Give me cause a famine, reduce prosperity. And then sell you land and give you land route. Oh, that was a guild one I just overdid. And the other one. And the other one. And the other one. And the other one. Oh, I was not paying much attention when I was doing this. Okay. Where are the other bookmarked lines? I'm sure there were many more. Go figure, this file is not in order. And somebody's pointing at it. You're a bit into guild stuff there. I was paying attention. As if. Okay, so is this going to be endless sovereign spam? Because I really would not have a problem with that. If he's just taking my money. Heavens knows what this one was. What were you? 20, 8 and 0. That probably is buying land. Alright, I'm going to save that. I'm going to close that. Let's jump back into Patrician 4 and see if we got something we can work with. What is the mission Jake wants? I want to give me money, give me tribute, buy lands, and buy commercial routes. Oh, shoot, I'm doing horrible things to Patrician 4 here. Don't even know why they allow you to do that. And now I've just made it too big. Okay. Okay. I would say, can I do anything right? But this game is equally guilty. Okay. Now I think we're onto something. No, maybe we're not. What have I done? What the heck have I done? I don't know. Let's try that again, shall we? Someday this patrician journey will end. It has to, eventually. Alright, there. Let's get back into it, Marvin von Riga. Speaking of things, let's deal with that lack of grain situation. Hang on, is this really where I was at? I don't remember everything being so lack of foodie. Yeah, must be the one. Also, we're in March, which means I need to actually pay attention to... Wait, March? That doesn't sound right. Did I really speed it that far? Well, I must have. I don't remember there being all this famine over in Visby though, but I thought that was after. Well, who am I to complain? I was the one busy oogling the Lord. Point is, I don't have enough grain coming in. And my grain producers are Groningen, Rostock and Aalborg. And has Aalborg been producing all the grain? No. No, they have not. They took up... Wait, what? No, they just straight up haven't. Lack of grain is deadly. And Rostock have not been doing all their graining, so... there's also the claying. Granted, I need that stuff, but I don't think I can afford to keep the population as it is. I need that grain. I can push it down later. Groningen is trying. Aalborg is also trying. And that's all my grain. Oh well, it is what it is. This is starting to remind me of Adventure Capitalist. That game's dangerous, don't touch it. Okay, but I mean, I'm not drowning in other goods, am I? Salt and hemp. And definitely not clothes. Okay, well, never mind that. I've been wanting to be friendly with Mr. Rostock. Or really anybody who will listen to me right now. Well, Mr. Pomerania will. Well, he's not appearing there. Maybe we have to let a few days pass by before things will go better. Not happy with this lack of food though. I mean, we have cheese, we have meat, but Visby sure doesn't. They were lacking on the cheese, the grain, and the fish. And does that tell me that the fish isn't flowing fast enough? Or that the fish isn't being distributed enough? It sounds like distribution is the problem there, so I need to set that up. E, F, G. Did I even ever have distribution of fish is another question. Well, you're doing that. You barely do anything, or you're far too small. And then there's the log. Fish center, fish east. Okay, so fish east has barely anybody. And that's its problem. Needs a Hanseatic cog at least. Because demands for fish are pretty high. Looking at this, demand for fish is like 4,000 over here. And there's no way I cover that with these guys. Take a Carvel to do the center. Wait, hold on, that was something else I had. That was the pelts. Never mind. You take a couple of Carvels. And you had the Hanseatic cog, that's fine. You have just a cog, that's probably not so fine, but river cog is certainly not the answer there. Yeah, there we go. Much better. That should get the fish distributed better and hopefully deal with any starvation whilst we try to get our grain amounts back up. And whilst I was doing that, hopefully our lords have come to us with... No, they really have not. Well, who am I trying to impress? The Rostock guy, particularly. Oh shoot, it's March. I need to become mayor of Cologne. Is this where they actually build the wall and they cheese me right off with that? No, it would seem not. Because Cologne won't do a damn thing until I rule supreme. Ah, good night, Zor. Keep the blockade strong. 27th of March. Okay, so there's some time to go there. So Rostock has been looted. Fine. You're happy. Good. Take some money. But that happiness is just going right back down again. I'm going to check to see if I'd actually saved what I did there. I can load it right back up and... that's not working at all. Unless the idle time does not work the way we think it does. Make it a separate save since we're playing with super modded files. Okay, well it does pop back up, but that wasn't, I would say, any amount particularly faster than usual. Just can't keep his happiness high enough to actually buy land. And this is at my places at 10,000 population. Try to imagine this with populations of 60,000 everywhere, and you end up with lords that are just insatiable. How do you deal with this part? Happy? Not so happy? Even less happy? Jake, you set max count to 100, but aren't there like 40 cities? That's about 2 per city. What, you're saying we should set it to hundreds of thousands? I don't know. I mean, take Rostock. I go here. He wants money. 408,000. He's the same guy in Lübeck, right? 408,000. I'm pretty sure it's the same. There's gotta be a way. Gotta be a way to deal with this horrible thing. Jake, you missed the election. That's okay, I mean, I'm going to be shutting this down, but you are right, I should be the King of Cologne by now. Which means I can do this. So what's been the problem? There's been something stopping them doing that. And they just wouldn't build the wall this way. Okay, I'm taking this down. I need to think real hard about how to overcome this. At this point, I don't care what I do to the game. There's gotta be a way to buy up all this land. And I'm just not seeing it, because their satisfaction dips by about 2 per day. And they do not offer enough missions to keep it high enough to buy land. One option is, yes, to burn all my cities to the ground. But then you don't have the income to actually supply them with what they want. Unless you amass about 2 billion ducats whilst they constantly harass you. That is one way to look at it. It's not the way I want to look at it, though. Pirate scum, when will they learn? Maybe some nice, casual, relaxing gameplay to take your mind off it would be an option. That is a thought, but then it is already pretty late. I'm probably going to hang up my boots for streaming for today. It has been quite a while, 6, 7, 8, about 8.5 hours in fact. Time for din-dins and time to crit the bed, I think. Well, cheers for joining. We have pretty much done phase 1 of the Perfect Hansa. I have all the coastal cities built up to 10,000 with some exceptions, but they're getting there. I mean, I could just leave them and they would generally be fine, as long as they're not starving. Step 2 is to get all the land and all the trade routes from the lords. This is proving to be troublesome. Phase 3 is 60,000 population in every city. Phase 4 is optional and depends entirely on how mechanics work, but it's to make all the inland cities up to 60,000 people as well. Exciting times. No, that's a lie. There have yet to be exciting times in all this. But as I said, I'm hanging up my boots for now, so just for now it's cheers, and it's cheerio.